I lay on the wing. I struggled to twist open the fuel cap. I knocked on the window. I got my partner to bring the bottle to the window, then poured the alcohol into the plane's fuel tank from out on the wing. The plane jolted hard, and I lost that first bottle before it could reach the tank. He got another bottle close enough for me to grab, and this time I could not waste it on the wing, so I got the liquor into the plane's fuel tank. The alcohol gave the plane only a bit more fuel, and when the gauge barely moved, we realized the plane was still in trouble. I kept the backup alcohol flowing into the plane's fuel tank. Only one bottle was left, and as he moved it toward the window, something went wrong before he could pass me our final shot at feeding the tank, while the wind almost knocked me off the wing. Now that final bottle was gone, leaving us with no more alcohol to pour into the tank, so I had to give up on fueling the plane. I left the wing and barely got back inside the plane before my partner had news about an island. He had spotted a possible island ahead, giving us one clear place to try to land. I got back to the controls and aimed the plane at the island my partner had spotted, our only place to try an emergency landing. We kept flying toward his spot, but before any land came into view, the plane was already at its limit with no fuel left to reach the island. The plane lost all engine power, and with the engine dead, we could only glide forward with no way to climb. As the powerless plane kept dropping and the ocean was all we had left, the island came back into view, giving us one final place to aim. With no power, the plane dropped closer to the water while I fought to keep it under control. The plane missed its last chance to land on the island, slammed into the water, and everything went black. The crash left us trapped and helpless in the sinking cabin with no response. As the wreck pulled us deeper underwater, seawater flooded the sinking cabin, leaving us hardly any time to escape. I was the only one conscious in the sinking plane, and when I turned to my partner to see if he could get up, he stayed unconscious, so I had to save us alone. I made a way out and pulled my unconscious partner out of the sinking plane with me. I got us both above the water and fought to get my partner breathing again, until I knew he was alive. For a brief moment, my partner and I felt safe on that small patch of land, but it started sinking under the rising water, and the water at our feet told me we were still in danger. The land under us was just a sandbar, and rising water would soon leave us with nowhere to stand. So even though we had escaped the plane, we still had no real land. The sea closed in, eating away the last dry ground under us until we had hardly any dry space and almost nowhere to stand. He wanted me to have the last real chance to stay alive, so my injured partner gave me his life jacket to buy me more time. I could not let him die for me, so I stayed with my injured partner as the sea closed in and we stopped fighting and held each other in the rising water. Then a small fishing boat came into view in the distance, giving us our first real chance to live before it saved us from the tide.